as you said, is wedded to this 3-4-2-1 formation that he is stuck with from minute one, from when the first game came around against Ipswich Town at Portman Road in the Premier League. And people were speculating, well, he probably won't go 3 at the back because United are used to 4. Said, no, this is how I want my team to play, and this is going to be my formation. He's basically effectively saying, if they didn't want to play 3 at the back, they needn't have employed me. So Manchester United went into that appointment with their eyes wide open. And I think Matheus Cunha is a player that Ruben Amorim will see, and how he's performed at Wolves in the formation that Manchester United play, in the formation that Ruben Amorim wants to play, and think he'll fit right in here at Old Trafford.
Very interesting how he does fit in as well, what the ramifications are for Bruno Fernandes if indeed he stays. Does he drop back to deeper in midfield, as he's played a little bit this season? Now, will this be the first of many for Amorim this summer, both in terms of ins and outs?
Yeah, when you said first of many, I'm glad you've said ins and outs, because I think it is going to be a pretty busy summer with a view to buying him on a permanent basis come the summer. Then there's Antony, performed so well at Real Betis, and I think Manchester United will probably think, actually, this was a good move for all parties, this move to Real Betis, because if they were to try and sell him on a permanent basis in January, I'm not sure how much money Manchester United would have got on him and how much they would have recouped of that £80 million they paid to Ajax a couple of summers ago. But he's performed so well for Real Betis, was instrumental in helping them get into the Europa Conference League final, which they didn't win, of course, because they lost to Chelsea. But I wonder what that would have done for their value for Antony. Also, Jadon Sancho, he's been on loan at Chelsea. We think that now Chelsea will try and renegotiate his contract, and because they're not going to be able to afford the wages that he's on at Manchester United, they want him to fit into Chelsea's wage structure. Will they be able to do that and then trigger the £23.5 million permanent sale that Manchester United would want? Or will they say thanks but no thanks and then pay the penalty, which we think is around £5 million to Manchester United for not taking up that obligation? And then there's Alejandro Garnacho as well. Hasn't been enamoring. I don't think United are too pleased with some of his social media posts of late, particularly the one after the post-season tour of Asia.
Didn't start the Europa League final.
Didn't start the Europa League final, and went on social media to complain about the fact that he only got 20 minutes in that final as well, having played a major part in the previous rounds. He could be one to watch as well.
Manchester United have made a monumental splash in the transfer market, officially signing Sporting CP's prolific striker Viktor Gyökeres in a stunning £65 million, €77 million deal, a move that promises to transform Ruben Amorim's squad for the 2025-26 Premier League season. The 27-year-old Swedish international, who scored an extraordinary 54 goals and provided 13 assists in 52 matches during the 2024-25 season, joins the Red Devils as their marquee signing, reuniting with his former Sporting manager Amorim in a transfer that has ignited excitement among fans at Old Trafford. Gyokeres, whose 97 goals in 102 appearances for Sporting since 2023 cemented his status as one of Europe's most coveted strikers, was secured after United capitalised on a gentleman's agreement allowing his departure for around £58 million to £60 million, below his €100 million, £84 million, release clause. The £65 million fee, likely including add-ons, reflects United's determination to outpace rivals Arsenal, Chelsea, and Al Hilal, who saw a £55 million offer rejected after Gyokeres turned down a lucrative £30 million a year deal to stay in Europe. Posts on X capture the fervour, with fans hailing the signing as a statement of intent, though some express concerns about United's lack of Champions League football and the financial stretch under profitability and sustainability rules, PSR. The transfer addresses United's critical need for a clinical number 9, with Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee struggling for consistency. Gyokeres' physicality, transitional threat, and perfect record of 20 penalties scored last season make him an ideal fit for Amorim's 3-4-2-1 system, complementing recent signing Matheus Cunha and potential target Bryan Mbeumo. Sources indicate United's director of recruitment, Christopher Vival, and Amorim's prior relationship with Gyokeres were key in sealing the deal, with negotiations advancing rapidly after Arsenal prioritised RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko. The timing, ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup registration deadline, ensures Gyokeres can lead United's attack in the global tournament. Funded partly by sales like Jadon Sancho, £5 million, and Alvaro Fernandez's sell-on clause, £25 million, the deal aligns with United's strategy to rebuild under Amorim, who sees Gyokeres as the cornerstone of a revitalized attack. Despite reports of tension with Sporting over a broken transfer promise, clarified as negotiation tactics, Gyokeres' enthusiasm for the move, driven by his trust in Amorim's project, has quelled doubts. As Old Trafford buzzes with anticipation, fans eagerly await Gyokeres' debut, hoping his goal-scoring prowess will spark a resurgence and propel United back to Premier League and European glory.